friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and I sell them for a profit. Today is Thursday, November 21st. I have 3 items that sold in the last 24 hours, and I had 2 returns. Yuck. Hate returns, but it's just a part of it. My gross sales were $82.58, kind of low. I was wishing for more, but here we are. This is a vintage velour tracksuit. Very gold, very fancy. I want to do that. It's very cutesy, very demure. Yeah, I don't know. I think I heard that the woman who did that actually got a copyright or a trademark or something on that. That might not be correct, but this is the top. Vintage velour tracksuits have an average sale price of $75.55. Now, wait. Please remember that, I forgot to show you, this is Carol Little, is the brand. Please remember that averages are averages. So there are some really, really high sales and really, really low sales. Unfortunately, mine is one of the lower ones, but the ones that were higher sales were Nike, South Pole, Juicy Couture. So those were the high ones. So if you happen to come across a South Pole vintage velour tracksuit, snag that. The sell-through rate is only 5%, and I didn't look up each individual brand, so I don't know if the South Pole ones have a high sell-through rate or not, but as a general rule, they don't. Someone offered me $20 for this one. I took it. I had it listed for $35, and I've had it for a really long time, so it should have been in my half off sale that is still going through. I think I have it running through Sunday, because then I'm going to start a new sale for Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all of that. So yeah, half off would have been less than $20. So I went ahead and accepted the offer. They paid $34.10 with shipping, which is another, I'm still struggling with that calculated shipping. I think I'm real close to saying I'm changing it. I'm real close. It just feels daunting to have to change it. All right. I've talked about this before. $20. I've had this for a year. I paid $1.69 was my average cost of goods at a church sale where I found a ton of vintage stuff. It was really fun. And that makes my profit $19.68. See, yeah, I definitely need quite a bit of money on that shipping, and I don't want to be making that much on shipping. All right, this is a dress that sold, and it sold for really low. This was in my half off sale, but I don't know why it was in my half off sale. This, you know what? Kind of thinking Athleta is the brand. Sorry, I should have told you that. This is a Ponte knit, so it stretches all ways. It's anyway. Sometimes I get so distracted because I get interrupted or things happen. Sometimes I just get distracted by my own brain. Okay. This I have only had for 6 months. Everything in my half off sale was things that I had listed in 2023 or summer stuff. So sandals, tank tops, swim, linen. What you need, bud? Nothing? Okay. I think I also went through and put some things that were listed under $20 because I was just trying to get some stuff moving out of my store. I don't really know if that's been successful or not. I'm going to do a little overview of the whole clearance sale and see when it's done. We'll see. Anyway, this sold for $8.98 plus shipping. They paid $16.48, which is around $8. That I feel like is reasonable. I've had this for 6 months. It was my daughter's. I think she wore it like once. I bought it used, so I probably paid $7 for it, but I have zero cost of goods when it's something that is ours. So that makes my profit $7.15. Not very exciting, but still profit, so I'll take it. And then this last thing that sold actually sold on Curtsy, believe it or not. Curtsy, I don't know much about it. I'll tell you what I know. Somebody said, hey, you should try Curtsy because it just links to your Poshmark account. And so I set it up and I've gotten a few sales from it. So it took me a few minutes to set up. I don't do anything with it at all. And yeah, this was an offer. What I like when they send me the offers is they tell me how much my earnings are going to be. So I know. I don't have to guess like, oh, how much is shipping going to cost? How I did it was I set it up as free shipping, and then I'm trying to remember because it's been a minute since I set it up. But there were some options like you can do shipping, you can do free shipping, you could do free shipping and adjust your prices to accommodate for the shipping, which is what I chose. And so sometimes I get a little confused, like this, I probably only had listed for $30, but it sold for $32 and that was an offer. So I think they probably adjusted for the shipping. That's my guess. So I paid $32 for this. And then Curtsy took out $10.98. So that's whatever their fee is. I have no idea what their fee structure is, which really probably isn't wise. I should know what their fee structure is. And then their shipping. So then I have my cost of goods as $3. And so that makes my profit $18.02, which I think is great, especially considering this was one of my old sweaters. So I had a bin of sweaters that I had taken out of my inventory at the beginning of the year. So it was all sweaters that I had listed in 2022. And then I was going to try and sell them like in bulk, like on Facebook or something. And I just was not successful at doing that. And so they were sitting in a bin, and I just decided to go ahead and try selling them again. And that has worked out pretty well. 3 or 4 of them have sold. So I'm pleased with that. I think I listed 20 like that. My average cost of goods is around $2.50, so I just put that my cost of goods for each of these sweaters was $3. I felt like that was probably close to accurate. This one had been newly listed for 2 weeks, so not long at all, which was great. That, I meant to talk about that a little bit before I packaged it up, but that like geometric print with a crew neck, and that one was made in the USA. The sell-through rate is only 10%, but I have been selling that shape and style. That one was a little more colorful than the ones that I usually sell, but those have been selling really, really well for me, between the $20 and $30 range. So the average sale price was $24.89. I looked up vintage sweater, geometric crew neck, USA. So my profit for the day was $44.85, but I have 2 returns, and one of them, okay, they're both sad. These are Linda Allard, Ellen Tracy linen pants, new with tags. They were returned for fit. I get a little frustrated when things are returned for fit because I do include, measurements in all of my items. Most of my items, there's occasionally times that I forget, but so that frustrates me a little bit. Those I think were $28. And then this was also new with tags. This is sweater, and this is Lululemon. Oh, brand new Lululemon sweater, sold for $55. So 55 and 28 is, I can't math right now, 83, which is definitely more than 44. So I definitely lost money today. However, when I look over the course of the month, I am definitely up. My average return rate sits around 3%, which isn't bad. And almost always it's just return for fit. I do not do free returns. I do buyer paid returns. So they pay for the shipping there and back. I don't have to worry about any of that money. So I don't lose money on the return. If you do free shipping, you would lose money on the return. If you do free returns, you would lose money on the return shipping. So you would pay for that. If you do free shipping and free returns, you would lose that shipping both ways. I hope that makes sense. I'm never telling you what to do, I'm telling you what I do. So what I do is buyer paid returns and calculated shipping. Although this close to making the change, this close. I just keep getting, every day, I'm just more and more frustrated with that calculated shipping. So we'll see. All right, question of the day. Yesterday's question was, what is your dream vacation? Today's question is, what is your best real vacation? Like, what's the best vacation you've ever actually taken? Maybe not vacation, maybe like, where's the best place you've ever seen? So maybe you had to travel for work, someplace really cool, or maybe you just live someplace amazing. Indiana is okay. We have phenomenal sunsets. I will tell you that. It snowed last night, so I'm a little like in non-matching layers, just trying to cuddle up and feel cozy today because I am feeling that. I can't wait to go in. I'm gonna make some tea or maybe some coffee and cuddle up under a blanket and read to my kids. That feels like a good snow day. I mean, it's not really a snow day. It's like a dusting, but it feels like the first snow. There we go. Feels like the thing to do on the first snow. So, yeah, the best place I've ever been. We had this phenomenal trip a few years ago, to Savannah, Georgia. And we stayed someplace kind of right on the coast. We were on a canal, and it was really cool because the tide would go in and out and the canal would just drop and then raise. And it was really neat. And we went kayaking in the canals, and I was really nervous because I had no idea what kind of like alligators lived in there. And I've never really kayaked in that kind of situation because we don't have alligators in Indiana. So yeah, I had a pretty couple little kids, so like toddlers. So that was a little nerve-wracking, but it was just a beautiful place. And then one day we went to into Savannah and did like this little trolley tour of Savannah, and it was wonderful. It was just a really nice experience. It was a really cute town in Georgia, and we spent one day on the beach on the actual coast on the ocean, and for a few of my kids it was the first time they'd ever seen the ocean, so that was really neat. And there was a fort there as well, so we got to explore a fort. So that was probably for me maybe like the most memorable vacation that we've had. I think my family would say our Disney vacation was more memorable, but I could have left that one. I'm just, don't hate me. I'm not a Disney hater. I'm not a Disney lover either. I'm kind of meh about it. So, all right, tell me I kind of changed the question. Is it the best place you've been, the most memorable place? Because maybe it's not about where you were, but who you were with. Yeah, tell me about a place you've been. All right, that's all for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate being able to share kind of the ups and downs of reselling. It's chaotic some days, isn't it? So, yeah, make sure you like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I do these ship with me videos mostly every day, and I try to upload at 8 o'clock. I had uploading issues again last night, so I do my best. But they, yeah, kind of just to chronicle what a part-time reseller actually sells. And I get to chat with you. So I appreciate you so much. I'll see you soon.